remember like some ooey gooey fake two-faced people in high school. You can just predict on Monday morning how they're going to play a situation. And like, first of all, I wish that advertisers would diversify their budget a little bit so that we wouldn't have to watch the same ever-loving commercials over and over and over again. Like, dude, Instacart, Keanu Reeves for Rogers, that skip the dishes guy. It's like, oh my gosh, it's worse than the Olympics when they have like the same commercial over and over again. But Eastern Canada is so predictably fake and annoying. It's like this rash of Canadian unity. Tim Hortons has got it, Canadian Tire's got it, Molson's got it. They're lecturing the whole country about being unified. It's like gaslighting the West, as if the West is the reason, or Donald Trump is the reason that Canada's in trouble. I'm like, you have only yourselves to look in the mirror for electing morons. The budget will balance itself. Mr. Speaker! We have more years of Mr. Speaker. And you've inflicted that upon yourselves. Meanwhile, in the email, it's like, getting ready for another Canada Post strike. I'm like, didn't those guys just strike? And I'm like, can you blame them? Another email right adjacent to it. The teachers are going on strike. In my mind, I'm like, who isn't thinking about going on strike? Which union representatives are not engaged in aggressive negotiations about their members trying to make ends meet? They're contributing value. They're not receiving value because of the devaluation of the currency, the inflation. It's like, oh, my home costs $1 million, and 5 years ago it was only $600,000. I'm like, it costs you double to buy extension cords, auto parts, your dental. Costs you double to fill your truck. Your Amazon cart from 4 or 5 years ago is double. So for those who are like, oh, the economy will balance itself, or Stephen Guilbeault, he gets up there and he says, in 3 years, global demand for oil is going to peak. This is who you voted for. You believe that. You believe that the developing world is going to stop developing to the extent that demand for oil is going to peak. He said it, not me. Demand for oil is going to peak in 3 years. That's an Algorian prophecy is what that is. But these are the people who we elect. And then the East is like gaslighting and demonizing the per capita GDP generator of the country, who pays for Quebec's welfare for 40 years. Like we're the ones who are delusional or are the catalyst for a lack of unity. Dude, the lack of unity is because you keep voting for anything other than something that would be good for the West. I'm like, if you hate us so much, then just let us go. Just let us go. Don't, like, carpet bomb the airwaves with advertisements about Canada isn't Canada without Team Canada. Unified, together. This is a time for us to stand united. Like, you know what? This is a time for intervention, because intervention is required in a dysfunctional family. It's abusive. We need to support the victim, believe the victim, not facilitate the abusers. No. if I see one more ad about Canada being unified. Which is why there's a part of me that, despite the fact that I want the Canadian teams to do well in the playoffs, watching the Toronto Maple Leafs get their butts handed to them. It's poetic justice. Anyways.